808.
This is the 808?
Because it's 808.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Talk to the people, baby.
Hello, everybody. What?
Bless the families.
Okay. Might be 3 things. I'm gonna stop being Stormy Wellington, coming in here with some drums and stuff. Wow. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? We back again this morning. TikTok is like, hey there. How you guys doing? I'm gonna wait a little bit for more people to come in, okay? And we will take it from there. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Woo! Filling up my tea so I can drink, so I can have more tea. How about that? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, you mean Grand Rising?
Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, we love you, we love you. We want to see you here. How are y'all doing? Say something, say something. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I'm not gonna start. I'm gonna wait for my husband a little bit, okay? If that's okay. And I'm gonna wait for more people to come in. What's your problem? What are you doing?
I'll be in there in a second, baby.
Okay, anyways, today we're gonna be talking about healthy habits. Let me give you a sneak peek. Hey, we're gonna be talking about healthy habits and how's your healthy habits going? What have you been doing to stay healthy, to stay focused, to stay motivated? What have you been doing? Share if you have anything you have been doing. Hello, guys. How y'all doing?
Make sure you tell them to drop the
Do you?
galaxy for us on TikTok.
I don't drink coffee. I'm drinking tea. This is the tea, unfortunately. I used to feel the same way. I used to drink coffee a long time ago, and I used to feel the same way. I used to feel like I just smoked cigarette after drinking coffee, especially if it's a black coffee. Oh my God, I used to hate it. But I don't drink coffee anymore. I changed my habits. I'm drinking a tea. Which is, it boosts my metabolism. It helps me wake up and focus and do the things for about 8 hours. It lasts for 8 hours. With the coffee, I used to drink coffee every now and then, like maybe 5 coffees a day, just to get by, just to do the things that I want to do. Hi, you here? What is that light on you? I think it's that one. Okay, let me read another comment.
I love you to infinity.
I play football. Great. I love that.
Pass the ball.
Stop. I play baseball.
Pass the
nice.
Pitch the ball.
I work out every morning. That's what I do. Do you eat fresh fruits in the morning? Exactly. Yes. That's the breakfast. They say oatmeal is bad. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think oatmeal is good. It's from the source. It's from the soil. You get it from the roots. Okay. I don't think it's like meat or anything like that. I don't know what you'll think of. What you'll think about the meat though, and everything that's happening.
I'm trying to give you the meat.
Mulweni, hello, sunflower unjani mtase. Mulweni is hype. It's like Sabon.
Maloney is
But
which
it's Xhosa.
Yeah. Also, okay.
Fish is good. Yeah, I heard that fish is good too.
Not anymore.
But I don't.
Nah, fish is good if you are in good resources, places to grab it from.
Yeah.
Like, if you're off the Gulf Coast of Mexico and you getting fish from over there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, and you're getting the fish over there. It's all good. But in the States, I would stop eating fish in the States. They're not, how can I say this? The vast majority are not catering to us as a society of people where we want clean products.
Yeah.
When we want it straight from the source. Like if we was to go to these indigenous countries and stuff like that, babe, if we was to go to these indigenous countries and stuff like that, we would get way more of a high, clean source of fish, fruits, and everything. But the fact that our country is ran like a factory, it disadvantages us in many, many, many ways.
What?
What?
What in the haberdashery is that? Okay, continue.
Yeah, it disadvantages us in many, many ways. Of course, that's not saying like eat, get what you can get, but when I say it disadvantages us in many ways, when we get our fruit, they pluck the fruit before it has ripened. So when we get the fruits in the stores, they pluck it from the tree before it has enough time to extract at the last moment before it detaches from the branch. Because what it does is in the scientific process is that it is coming to its maturity level when it is getting ready to detach from the tree or the branch. And so it'll grab that last bit of everything it needs, the vital nutrients and all that good stuff, the vitality of it. It'll grab it from the tree before it detaches. Sort of like when the pregnancy is happening.
Okay.
Right? It's the same concept.
What a way.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Because the baby grabs everything it needs from the umbilical cord before you depart, before you separate.
Depart. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so it's saying that when they cut it from the tree, it doesn't ripen the way it's supposed to, so it doesn't get everything during the process that God intended for it to do,
Yeah.
And there's each his own. Like it's still what it is, but when you have fruits overseas and stuff like that, you can taste the major difference. The quality of it is completely out of this world.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like, damn, what we've been eating here. I would prefer. I don't know why we don't do this as a country, but even as a business, because the United States is a business, right?
Seedless mango from
Yeah.
What in the haberdashery?
Yeah.
Where does seedless mango come from?
I don't know.
We don't have none in South Africa.
I don't know.
Do we? Sunflower,
But what I wanted to say is that when it comes to that, I would say us as a country, we should all have fruit trees out and about where we can just grab and go.
Another thing that's different here is that the trees don't have no fruits.
That's because they're all males. They're all male trees. They deliberately plant the male trees around.
Like back home, we have like the tree that would just come up in in the street
Hello.
or whatever that has.
Those are female trees. Any tree that produces is a female tree.
So how does America have male tree all over the?
Well, it's the disorientation of the frequency too, as well. It's all planned. It's all pre-planned. This is information that if we was talking to the homeboys in the hood, nobody's thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's like actually understanding
I mean,
that.
they've never been in a situation where they see a tree in the street
No,
making
but you gotta.
apples.
Nobody's
Bananas.
no that we have. Our families had lands, have had farms and stuff like that, and so a lot of the times this is the older school version of our families, and then as it got retrified, we didn't ask the right questions. We just kind of went along with what we felt like
No,
we
we're not
could.
siblings.
We went along what we felt like we couldn't control, and so if you talking about a structurized system that's working against you, you know, if I'm playing chess and you're not playing chess,
That's right. So
I'm gonna win. You know, eventually I'll be playing myself, which at the end of the day I'll be wanting to defeat
right.
myself in some form or fashion because my other logical side gonna, you know, tomato. Anyways, I feel like that's what we need change at. We need change when it comes to having fruits that we can grab from in our own communities. Let alone if we can just go to an area, designated area, because there's a lot of open fields here in America. If we can go to a designated area where we have in those areas and we could just walk over there and pluck from the trees in our neighborhoods, it'll be fire. It'll be fucking fire. You don't understand? Be super fire.
They'll probably make you guys pay the entry fee.
But we already pay taxes, so we should be able to grab from the land.
I mean, the entry fee to get in there,
No,
because if everybody is gonna go there, it's gonna be chaotic.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so because
right.
Kanye School is doing it right now, and I don't think it's a chaotic. And they're grabbing that shit from the ground.
Yeah.
They're wherever their sources that they're getting it from, they're grabbing it from the ground. Because when we get the salary, it's dirt on it. It's straight from the ground. But I feel like that's how we should monopolize our neighborhoods and our community where we can go and grab. Because to experience the wholesomeness of abundance, we shouldn't have to just go outside of our country to experience grabbing from a tree. Like I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like I've experienced having at least one or two fruit trees at my house when I was a kid, you know, where I can just eat the berries off of it and stuff like that. We didn't have anything like extravagant, but it was still a wholesome experience to have where you can go pluck from the tree that's on your porch. Even though like it was dropping the berries on the porch and stuff like that, and it was kind of getting messy, you squash them and stuff like that. But shit, I mean, it's life. Nobody complain about the dead leaves when the fall comes.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
sure.
So
it is what it is, huh?
I feel like I feel like that's an area that we should enhance. How do we get here?
We got here because we were talking about healthy habits, and I was just asking people what they do for health. Well, number one, let's get into it. Today we're going to be discussing healthy habits. Number one, start small and stay consistency. Stay consistent. Wow, stay consistency. And stay consistent. Focus on building one habit at a time, like drinking more water or adding a daily walk to your routine. Share how consistency leads to lasting results, even with small changes. What do y'all think? Okay, let me read the comments. You go ahead and talk about that. Tell people about that.
Oh, I know you didn't. You read it, you talk about it.
I know. Oh, I want to read the comments.
No, you read the comments later.
Okay, anyways, so yeah, start by drinking water, 2 glasses of water every day. And start by changing, like from, I know we didn't just
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing.
We didn't just change immediately to be the, hey bro, thank you for taking care of my. Okay.
Gotta.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
That's why I just looked at it.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that same as when we changed to vegan, we didn't just like rawly changed and just went vegan and just forgot about meat. We changed slowly, slowly, from eating meat, eating less meat, taking out red meat, not eating it anymore, eating chicken, until we were like, okay, no more chicken. This is what we can use to replace chicken. So we did it. We built the habit and we stayed consistent with it. Prioritizing sleep. Do you have anything to say?
I would just change the terminology. I wouldn't call ourselves vegan.
I mean, yeah.
I would call
I'm just making it
ourselves.
easy for.
I would call
person.
ourselves plant-based eaters. Natural eaters. You know what I'm saying? Like just more of like wholesome eating. It doesn't necessarily have to be vegan or vegetarian. I feel like the more cleaner that you can get the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from the products that have the less ingredients in it and it's mostly at its original state is the best. Because you can avoid things that my body or your body doesn't know how to register and doesn't know what the chemical makeup is. So it tries to figure it out, which turns into dis-ease in the body. And so what you don't know, you don't know, you know?
I do incorporate those practices.
I mean, that's cool too. You can make your food regular.
Yeah.
This is all choice-based.
And also cooking at home is better than eating out, to be honest. You can eat the meat, you can eat whatever you want to eat, but if you make it home, I think it's better if you make it with your hands. Make it
For sure.
I do strive to do right by my body at most.
Yeah. If I can get as close to sources as I want to, I'll lean towards that, mainly because it focuses on the vitality for a longer period of time. And that way you can get the most out of this physical body for a longer period of time. Right? What?
She can't give up meat. You
can do
from
anything
South
you
Africa.
put your
Get out of here.
You can do anything you put your mind to. Can't, it's not in our vocabulary.
Oh, she said I can give up meat. Cheese. Oh, okay.
But that cheese.
Well, I mean.
But that cheese, though. Like, cheese is not a big thing, though. We took cheese out of our diet.
Yeah.
I mean, at first, in the beginning, it was kind of like that. With that perspective. But not to the T. It was mostly like, oh, man, we really like cheese.
Yes, there is a vegan cheese.
There is
vegan cheese. Prioritize sleep for better health. I always thought this was not true, or I didn't follow those instructions.
Lies. She's gone. When you look around.
Because I would. I know, because I would sleep, and then I would sleep late, and I would wake up early in the morning. I'm a morning person, so I'm always up early.
I'm a big stepper, underground mecca.
So even if I sleep at 3 a.m., I'm still gonna be up at 6 or 5 or 4. You know.
Yeah.
So that was the thing, and I would go the whole day, and then when it's like.
What up, TikTok?
When it's like 10.
What's poppin'?
I'm gone. Okay. But sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep improves your energy, which is true. It improves your mood and overall your well-being. Okay. So, because you need to prioritize your rest. You need to have a rest day. Often tips like creating a bedtime routine. You can do that. We do yoga every night. We meditate before we go to sleep.
No, we don't eat yogurt, guys. We do yoga.
Not yogurt. We have a bedtime routine, limit screen time before bed. Okay, yeah. I would say we're guilty because every Saturday we watch TV before we go to sleep. So, yeah. But it's only one day that we do that. Yeah. Otherwise, everything else is great.
If we are watching TV, it's mainly our motivational speakers, our motivational teachers, our mentors, and even ourselves on the screen. So we watch ourselves on the screen as well because we put out content and stuff, and we want to hear what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Because we can listen to the other groups and stuff like that. We should be able to listen to ourselves. And we should be able to get the gems from ourselves as well.
and be like, "Oh, did I say
I
that?"
try to
Oh,
keep
shit.
the phone out of the room, which is when I am at my best rest.
Yeah, that's true. Because the phone is a distraction.
But sometimes I bring it in the room and I lose.
Right? Because once you put the blue light on your face, it's over.
Yeah.
You ain't going to sleep.
My wife, we was
Hey,
laying in,
Lisa Kanya. Welcome back.
my wife, we was in the bed one day and my phone was black and white to reduce the blue light, right? And she was like, "Why your phone like that?" I was like, so the blue light is not telling my brain that it's daytime and I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. It was still, the blue light, the eliminating.
I don't know how to do that. You need to show me how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I said I like it like that. I knew you were going to be wild.
Oh, okay. I need the dollar.
Okay. Speaking of dollars.
Drop some galaxies, you know what I'm saying?
Drop some likes, guys.
Drop them galaxies. Hit the likes and drop the galaxies, guys. You know what I'm saying? Tap, 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 tap. Yeah,
How do you do that?
I feel
how do you do that? The black and white, I think that's what.
It's in the settings, and it's the ability. It's in the abilities of your phone. Depends on what phone you have. Because I do.
Somebody's like, how do you tie your band cosmic?
I do my crown like that. You know what I'm saying?
Just put. It's not even that hard. We're gonna make a tutorial, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, iPhone does that. I think it's iPhone too, but tell him how to do it.
That's the secret. I just do the bun first, and I adjust the crown the way I want it to be, and then I take the other two sides. I split in the tail in the center, and then I wrap it inside in the back. And there you have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing to it. There's nothing to it. You can do it. Where are we going?
Baby, how do you do the screen? The guy off.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the money. That's why I was explaining
I need to reduce my blue light.
How to reduce the blue light, man?
He's out here crying about the blue light.
I don't know, man. I go to ability. I only could tell you from doing it because I learned it from YouTube myself. I asked the question on YouTube, and then it showed me, and then I did it immediately. And then for me to explain it to you, I haven't done it in a numerous amount of time.
Do it here?
No. I haven't done it in a numerous amount of time to tell you verbatim like it's secondhand nature. I don't know it like that. I know it's in the abilities, and I forgot when I see the name or like the title that it's under to turn it on. I'll tell you. Maybe it's something like color or something. Yeah, go to YouTube. I will YouTube it. Yes. That is what YouTube Academy is for.
Right.
Boy, you don't know how many times I done slid up in the YouTube Academy like, hey, I need a diploma.
Okay, let's move on. Make healthy eating simple. So don't complicate things, okay? Don't be trying to have 7 colors on your plate every day. Okay?
You can eat 7 colors periodically throughout the day.
I mean, yes, you can. But don't, like, for dinner or for breakfast or for whatever it is that you're going to be doing.
Thank you for the love.
Okay, so what you can do is to make sure that your plate has vegetables and it has protein and it has a little bit of carbs because you need carbs for energy. Most of the people tell you that you don't need to eat carbs and you be tired the whole day, but you need carbs for energy. I know I do. I need a lot of carbs for energy. Every time I don't eat carbs, I feel like, oh my God.
Carbs can also be considered as vegetables, guys.
I mean, yes, there is vegetables that are carbs, okay? You don't have to literally eat those type of carbs.
Yeah, you don't. You really
and you don't need a lot. You need half protein, vegetable, and the
it also depends on where you're at on your journey. If you are in the midst of releasing, so you can be at a certain capability with your body, then you don't need to eat carbs. You just need to really focus on.
That sounds good.
You just need to really focus on vegetables and protein. Exactly what they said, what he just said. And your protein doesn't have to be necessarily
Which
meat.
vegetables have protein?
Which vegetables have protein, which is chickpeas, lentils, black beans, your mushrooms,
Your peanuts.
your peanuts. You can make a banging ass peanut. What's the name?
Cauliflower. Somebody
Cauliflower
said
is not.
cauliflower. I didn't know that.
I didn't know No, I don't think cauliflower is
I think it's
protein. No, I don't think it's protein. According to Dr. Sabi, it's not.
Okay. What else?
But also, too, guys, we've been debunked. Let us debunk some stuff. We have been told that protein is something that they sell us the most of. And according to the body takes and extract protein from, it makes its own protein. Our bodies makes our own protein. And so that's why a lot of people have a hard time believing that people who are bodybuilders and people who keep their muscle mass and they find out that they don't eat meat, that's why they have a hard time understanding, because we've been given the Western civilization the idea about protein. That's not the case around the world. And you also have to understand that depending on your ethnicity, the acid within our stomachs are completely different.
Right.
So when it comes to Caucasian, they can burn their acid burns 10 times more than ours, which tells you a lot about the physiology of the body. So y'all have to be very, very careful when it comes to these things.
He said, how do our bodies make protein? Our bodies is able to make everything.
Yeah, our bodies make protein from your amino acids and things like that. You have to do your own research, man. I'm not a doctor, but I've definitely understood the process, and I've definitely seen testimony after testimony after testimony. There's so many cases where if it was false evidence, it wouldn't appear real. There's so much evidence where there's a lady who's 74 years old. She's a melanated sister, 74, and she doesn't eat any meat, man. And I'm telling you, she's jacked, bro.
Yeah.
She is jacked.
And go look her up too.
Yeah, she hasn't eaten any meat for years.
She don't look 74.
Yeah, fam. So when they say about protein, you got to understand that pyramid that we were given when we were children was designed. It wasn't designed for every ethnicity. It was only designed to fit a certain criteria because they did the most studies of their own people. They didn't take melanated people and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the studies and see what works for them. No, even when you go to the doctor, they base half of the cases on a elderly Caucasian male. And this is proven. You ain't gotta believe me. I really don't care, but I just wanna share that this is stuff that I've come across, and it's like, damn, you don't know. And a lot of the times that, we're not catered as much here in America.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem or anything. It's just the reality of what it is. It is what it is. This makes me feel good because when
it can be stressful, yeah.
When they say about all the muscle from stressful, it keeps me in bed without workout. No, if you continue to work out, even if you fast for 3 to 4, 7 days and still work out every single day, no excuses. Like, oh, I'm feeling weak. Yeah, you feel weak when you eat a lot too. Because your body.
You feel tired when you eat a lot.
Weak.
You don't even work out.
That's what people assign it to. When they feel tired, they talk about weak. And you got to understand that your body's trying to take all the energy from area of the sources to focus on the core, which is where the food is at, to process it through the body. And that's why you feel that way.
Right.
So if you're fasting and your body's trying to get rid of all the toxins and stuff, and you're still going to the gym and you're still, drinking coconut water and drinking mineralized water, and that process, dude, you're going to see the gains. You're going to see the pump. You're going to see the pump. It's proven. It's already proven. It's already debunked. It's either we stick to the norms and we just stay where it's safe and not question things, and we just be like cattle, or we test it out ourselves so we can be a living testimony.
Yeah. Stay away from processed foods.
Yeah, obviously, that's a number one.
Good.
Because you got to understand, when your body grabs a hold of it, it's like giving your baby. You know how they had on the news where babies were getting underneath the cabinet and it was getting a hold to products and drinking it and shit, it's the same difference. The body's not gonna register that shit. It's gonna want to shut the whole system down. And so when you eat, the way it's designed, when you eat these processed foods for elongated, because you gotta remember it's a slow death.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be instant.
Cancer.
Yeah, it's a slow death because your body's trying to understand and recognize what is this gunk, the gunk. Because when it hits the acid, it starts to turn into gunk, right? The way it's designed, the way it is made. And so,
Right.
with that being said, your body's trying to process this gunk and it's sending it through the bloodstreams and things like that. And it's trying to register what is this within the genetic makeup, right? Because now it has to go into you. And then some of that stuff just gets where you see the deposits of excess fat and stuff. And it is hard to
That's right.
for people to lose it because the body doesn't know what to do with it. And it's hard for it to shit it out. You know? And you as the manager make it difficult for your body to try to do these things. And so you got to make the environment, you got to design the environment well off and well good to thrive.
Right. Yeah. That's
This
right.
is goal number one.
Eat at home more and stop eating out. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up anyways. Like, we didn't eat out that much. Maybe we would go to eat out maybe once a month, but normally we would cook at home.
Tofu is estrogen based, like with anything and everything. But it's not organically. I would have it every now and then.
Yeah.
Just have it. It's, even though it's soy, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's soy, so it's high in estrogen. And not saying that that's a bad thing or anything like that, because if your testosterone rates as a male are pretty high, and when you're consuming it and you fast at certain periods, everything will balance itself out. I like tofu. I don't eat it every single day, and
I think we eat it once a month. Sometimes none.
Yeah, or every
Like
other.
we only ate it last week, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, thanks. Yes, I don't
Excuse
have
me.
it as much.
Yeah, I just had some sea moss. So my body's trying to get rid of the excess mucus from this bug that's been trying to get me. So last night I had also black seed oil.
Sure.
I had some black seed oil, and I could feel it, like, it started like that raspiness that you kind of get here.
Yeah, it is soy.
And yeah.
It does look like a soft gelatin, you would
Yeah.
think.
Oh, gotta get into it. Sea moss. Yeah.
Right. Put it in your smoothie because you do smoothie.
Yeah, or you can take a teaspoon if you get the gelatin kind.
Yeah.
If you make it or you get the gelatin. I got to connect that mix of gelatin. I haven't personally did the gelatin myself. Well, no, make the gelatin. Let me rephrase that. I haven't personally made the gelatin myself. This is a little bit of a process that I haven't yet committed to yet. I'd rather purchase it from a clean source. But we have the powder form, which is infused with bladder X. And that shit works. Like that pantry behind us right here is the cultivation of that pantry is to have herbs and essential oils and all the stuff that we need as a medicine cabinet. That's what a pantry is actually used for, not starch products that don't give any value to your body, you know. There's no value when it comes to these things. There's nothing wrong with having it. Not speaking for those people who are like, I gotta have my pasta, you know.
Yeah, me too. I gotta have my pasta, okay?
You know?
Okay.
You don't gotta have
I do, I mean, yeah, I don't got to have it, but I do use some time because I love pasta.
Yeah,
I do use the what is it? The lentil. Is it lentils? Yeah, the lentil one. The lentil pasta. They do have it at HEB. If you want to check it out, you can check it out.
Gratitude and appreciation. I appreciate you for giving a shout out and acknowledgement. This is all due praise to the Most High when it comes to this, because I mean, we could be doing something else. We could
Right.
be not
Oh,
not
spaghetti
trying to
squash.
align with God as much as possible. I feel like we're in a time in life where I want my essence and I want everything about what I do to incorporate God.
Yeah.
Because I realized I don't want to do it. I remember one time I had a fucking epiphany, bro. Yes, I cuss. I remember one time I had a fucking epiphany,
Why
man.
did you look at me? Yes, I can. You about to
I
say
had a
something?
fucking epiphany, and I was like, one time I was doing something, and I was like, this is when I realized that God wants you to operate in, well, God prefers us to operate in submissiveness and be vulnerable in order to access the greatness, right? And I was like, I remember I was listening to one of my mentors, and he was like, I don't want to do life without God. I don't want to handle all these other things without God. And he was like,
Right.
I don't want to do it without him. Like, I just don't
That
want to
sounds
handle
like
it.
Myron Golden.
And I was like, damn, you right. Like, I don't want to do it without him. I don't want to
Right.
handle everything by myself on my own.
Hey,
Hence,
team.
hence that's why we have teams, and like these are all replications of the bigger phenomenon, right? They're all small replications of the bigger phenomenon. Even the TikTok platform. This is a team that works this whole thing in order for it to be possible for us to be on here and be able to, for them to pay us whatever they pay us and for us to access and all this stuff. This is a team. They can't do it without each other, right? A relationship.
That's true.
A relationship can't be without the other person. And it's not a relation if it's not a ship that they both are riding on.
Damn, you broke it down.
But
I need more tea.
well, what I'm saying is that don't you dare back it away from my tea.
Whatever.
But what I'm saying is that I don't want to do it without God. And how to be more vulnerable where I'm accessing my rights as a citizen of the kingdom. That's where it gets interesting, not tricky. That's where it gets interesting because when we are trying to figure out the system when it comes to credit, when we're trying to figure out the system when it comes to business, when we're trying to figure out the system when it comes to taxes and all that stuff, we got to learn the game. We got to learn the man's game of life.
To play it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if we got to learn the man game of life and how to play their game and their system, why are we not doing that for God? Right? Because you can't tell me that everything is just physical. Especially when it comes to like, I was going to use intimacy as a what I'm trying to say, anyways, you can't tell me everything is physical, man. You can't. You can't tell me that everything's physical, especially when it comes to my intuition. Being put into a neighborhood or being raised into a neighborhood where it forced me to be aware of my surroundings and to tap into my intuition when shit was going wrong or sour or when I was in a bad situation. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So I have an upside. I feel like being in Austin, Texas, I have a major upside when it comes to the awareness game.
Right.
People here in Austin are in aloof. They're in aloof when it comes to like the real world. Like shit, like motherfuckers can be actually watching you and planning to get your ass because it's something that you got. Like it's sad, but it's also like reality. It's funny at the same time but it's like the actual reality that there's people like that exist. You could be just having a good time and not even knowing that the hawk is watching you.
Damn.
That the falcon is in the air and is about to swoop down on your ass when you least expect it. Right? And saying that, living in that type of environment has allowed me to understand and tap into frequencies that are not physical, which is intuition. Me sensing that, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Or I gotta move around because I feel this sensation that something about to pop, but I don't know what it is. But I'm not about to stay and find out. You know what I'm saying? Or paying attention to my surroundings. At any given time, you can be walking down the street and somebody want to jump you. And there's a group of dudes across the street and they see that you got some nice shoes on or something like that. I may not be like that right now because I don't know. I ain't been in Detroit in some time. I've been down there to visit my mom, and that's about it. In and out. I ain't been walking around the neighborhood. None of that shit. So it just tells you, dude, that being forced inside of an environment like that allowed me to know that non-physical, even me being an artist and being more sensitive to the creative realm, which is my imagination, I understood then that there's more than one perception, right? Because imagination, you can see something when it's not here in the physical, but you can see it as though it's in the physical, and you can only see it. That's why they tell you when you get the gift and God told you to do something about it, only you can make it come to fruition. Right. And so in saying that, long story short, why not do the non-physical, right? Why not focus on the non-physical? I don't know if y'all been on the internet and stuff like that, but there's this couple of people out there who are focusing on telekinesis and stuff like that, which is like moving objects with the physical. And I remember like when I was a kid, I was more sensitive to exercising that area. And now it's like the least of my concerns because of life in ways of other aspects that kind of intervene into like, okay, this is going on, this got to be done, what's the next thing, what's the next project, things like that. And so the freedom of just exercising the available time that you want to invest in with doing stuff like that, it's another level. But what you say? What you say? He says, I'm always looking around people and thinking I'm crazy. No, ain't nothing crazy about it. It's just more being intuitive. You being present. Now, if you're doing it like paranoia,
I used to not be present of my surroundings. Like in anything I do, even if I'm in the house, I used to just be like not present at all. When I'm thinking about something, until I think I grew out of it and I learned that, hey, you're crazy. Even when I'm driving, I wouldn't be present. You know, I would just be like driving. And man, I survived a lot of accidents. Because I wouldn't be focused. I wouldn't be there. Like I would be outside my body and doing something else or thinking about something else.
Yeah.
And just not here. And I will come back and be like, oh my God, did I just drive the whole way, all the way from work to home without being aware that I'm doing this?
Man.
Yeah.
It's amazing how we can do that, how we have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, the animal kingdom can't do that. It's not an accessible component in their physiology and anatomy. They can't be in two places at once because their brains don't function that way. So that's how you know we're heaven sent, man. And for us to be able to operate like that, we have to understand that there's more to the story. Like being able to have the capability. Oh, look who's in the building!
It's Zinhle again. Hi, Zinhle.
And here, she know we dropping the gems, but appreciate the love. What, babe?
I'm reading.
Read it.
What main community work giving back are? Wait, where is it? Okay. Giving back are people in your area focused on?
Mainly when it comes to that.
I remember being upstairs.
What?
No, continue.
You want to the next one?
Continue.
One.
Oh, you were answering it.
Okay, mainly for families who need the awareness when it comes to developing the family wholesomely. You know, I want to necessarily break the ignorance around creating generational wealth. I feel like it's very important, man, for us to start tuning in to informing our families. Obviously, I know it has to work both ways when it comes to people being open to receive this information and actually applying it in their life. But mainly for the new age of children. Like right now, we have our daughter on the ABCs, finances, and we're having her become aware because understanding that she is the master of money and that money is the servant is the number one goal that I want her to understand. So she doesn't have to come from a place where money is outside of herself.
And she's working for it
Right.
all day long.
Yeah. I need her to make the money work for her. I need her to understand the relationship with making the money work for her and how she makes it multiply and impregnate the money so it can be fruitful and she can do what she wants to do with the money in a way of multiplying it and helping others and serving others. So to answer that question again, giving back to families and children to break the ignorance, right, of not creating generational wealth and how to do it properly, how to design a portfolio properly, how to manage the money to even make the investments that's needed, how to understand how to sacrifice for long-term, delayed gratification, and exposing them to mindsets that practice delayed gratification and are where they are now abundantly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. One of our biggest goals is to help 33 families become multimillionaires. Or I should say help 33 families become successful in life. It's not all about the money. Again, money is the servant. But when you have great ideas and you want to act on those great ideas, and you want to serve on a level that is beyond your comprehension, because God's going to want to use you in a certain way, and you'll become aware to it as you're on that journey. But more of the story is you need the servant around to serve you for you to master where it needs to go, what it needs to do in order for the idea to flourish and become bigger than what it was meant to be.
Yeah. For the projects that you want to do.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of times where you heard people say they started businesses and it became so much, they became bigger than what they imagined it would be. And then they realized that God was positioning them in a way to be able to be of service on this level that they that they weren't imagining. They imagined big, but they didn't imagine incredible.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
And others start businesses and close them because they believe that they want to go back to where they have been before. They want to go back to receiving money from building someone else's business. And they don't understand that this thing that you started is going to make you more than what you think is making you more right now.
Yeah. Because, like, for instance, if I was to talk to families right now, I would ask you a series of questions of, like, what are a list of places, or what are a list of names, or what are a list of assets that you would want to invest in? How much? What's the goal? Where do you see it going, panning out? How are they lucrative to you? And how do you set up generational wealth with these things?
Yeah.
And it's all funnels. They're all funnels that connect with other funnels, or with other with other funnels. And damn, man.
That's irritating, huh?
Damn, it sure is. Oh. But yeah, man, I feel like we need to be aware of this stuff. I know everything is being sold, but you gotta understand that's where the knowledge is. You pay for knowledge. Pay for it. Because you pay for everything else that does not give to you. Pay for clothes that don't give to you. I mean, they give it to you in a sense of keeping you warm, like this jacket or something like that. But on a sense of being fashionable,
you don't need,
it's not giving.
That's true.
Unless you're a model and you're actually going to go get photography, and then you put it in a portfolio, album, and you're marketing yourself and stuff like that. And if you're doing the steps like that, then it's starting to work for you, because now you having offers and deals and et cetera, that's pouring into you, you know.
And don't go get them cars, them expensive cars, you guys.
Yeah.
Keep the one you have right now. If you already made the mistake of paying the bank more than what you should, keep the one that you have right now and just pay it off and do the right thing, because that thing depreciates. And when you sell it, you buy it with $10,000 and you sell it with $2,000. So, I mean,
People know it already depreciates. I feel like talking to people when it comes to depreciation on vehicles is a waste of time. They have to see
do it anyways.
They do it. They're gonna do it anyways. They have to see it through the lens of, like, there's a different angle that we have to come in when it comes to it, because obviously everybody wants a new car. I like new cars and things like that.
Buy cash. You save up for it and you get it cash. You don't have to. The thing is, it's not the fact that you shouldn't buy the car that you want. You shouldn't borrow money to the bank.
You need to set up assets. You need to set up things that allows that car to be afford or to be paid from the asset. This is how millionaires and this is how people that are successful operate. They find a problem, they solve it, and they have that funnel pay for the thing that they desire. And obviously, it's about becoming intimate with the momentum of doing that often, so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
But moral story, that's what I wanted to say, and that's where we're leading. That's where we're going. And the more we can make our people aware of this stuff, man, man, you know where we can be. You know where we could be. Donald Trump inherited his wealth. You know how he inherited his wealth? His father was doing illegal stuff. Very illegal stuff. At one point, he was doing illegal stuff. And so how he washed the money clean is that Donald Trump inherited. So he was able to go to Donald Trump in a cleaner fashion, right? But he built that wealth like the mafia. He built that wealth like any other foreigner that had came here at some point in time. Like, when I'm using this, I'm also talking about in certain times. Like, the Italians got here and they were building wealth in ways that when the Jews got here, they were building wealth in ways that were not always leaning towards the best of mankind, right? They indulged in stuff that was a decision. Okay, if I get caught with this, or if I get caught doing this, am I willing, or who do I have to know? It's not. That's why that quote comes in. It's like, it's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
You know, and now, those families are able to pass down generation to generation to generation, because they have passed not only the secrets on how to replicate and do the thing over and over and over, but more than that.
Why does that car keep coming in and out?
I don't fucking know. That's what I was thinking to myself. But yeah. So yeah. When it comes to our T's, even with being with our corporation is six generations in. Meaning, like, as on our journey, as we establish the amount of people that we're helping on this specific side of the on the amount of people that we're helping, everything that we profit. Hold on, babe. Everything that we profit, everything that we profit, and everything that we build from this point on is 6 generations in. So, even with passing away or anything like that was to happen, it would pay our children's 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 children. And if they was to take a hold of the business, even if our children was to take that, the car came.
I know.
Even if our children was to take our business and add on to it, then that would roll over 6 more generations down.
Right.
And they could just keep passing that down and down and down and down.
And especially if they're doing that right.
Yeah.
The first 6 generation is doing it right.
But that's where knowledge is. That's why ignorance is bliss, and you have to illuminate the ignorance with knowledge and wisdom, and you have to inform them on how to replicate and duplicate what is being done, and that's in any area of life. So I feel like we didn't drop the gems. and we enjoyed this
Here's the
interaction.
question. Are you still going to talk about eating vegan? Or was this the original
Remember I said we don't title as vegan. We title as plant-based, natural state, wholesome eating, So it's really about, like I said, if you can eat foods that have the most electrolytes in it, you will benefit. And if you don't know what foods have the most electrolytes in it, you need to do a search engine.
I would also say that, I mean, maybe you were not paying attention, but we went through start small and consistent and stay consistent, and then we went through prioritizing sleep to get better health, and we went through make eating healthy simple. So our topic for today was healthy habits. It was basically about what you do that keeps you alive, that will keep you young until
Forever young.
plant-based, right? Yes.
I wanna be forever young.
Yeah, so I mean, this is it. We are full stop right here.
Maybe
Period. That's what they say in
maybe
America.
we can talk about a couple of meals and stuff like that next time on plant-based eating, Like, I don't know what's, like, I know when I was growing up, like, at some point when I was eating onions as a kid, my dad used to eat onions, and I used to I just hated it. And I got older, and I just like, onions slap, bro. What you talking about? Like, there's nothing that onions can't go on when it comes to a meal. That's how I feel now. What else was another one? Celery. Celery, I just did not fuck with the celery. But now, I'm like, give me that celery. Because I understand that
value.
I understand the value in it, and I understand what it does when it comes to the fiber that's inside and what they do to your intestines as they brushing and cleaning and stuff like that. And I just understand it's a major benefit. And I feel like with consuming something that you feel like you can give, it's like people don't get in relationships. People get in relationships and they realize that the person is not being given in the ways that they need to be given, or they're not giving in the ways that they need to be given. And you're not going to be in that relationship for long. You're not going to want to stay in that relationship. So it's the same with food.
Damn, garlic on everything.
Yo, I love garlic. It's the same with food. Why are you creating a relationship with a toxic person? That's not giving you nothing. You know they a piece of shit.
Yeah,
That
and
food.
they stress
That
you out. They
food.
make you cry every day. You know that.
You know that food is a piece of shit. They make your body cry with them aches and pains and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like, it's also too going on the journey to get the experience. If I eat like this for a certain period of time, what will I experience?
Right.
You have to be an adventurer. Seeking, ye shall find. Knocking, the door shall be opened. Asking, it shall be given.
Exactly.
This shit is for real.
Yep, it is. Oh
I think my wife has tapped out. Cucumber.
Cucumber
is the best.
Oh, I love cucumber.
Cucumber is very high in H3O, which is hydrational properties. High in minerals and everything.
I love cucumbers.
Babe.
I used to eat cucumbers with aloe vera, but that's a story of another day, okay? Love you guys. We'll see you when? Monday? It's Friday today. Happy Friday, y'all. It's Friday today. Oh my God. We love y'all. Bye. Go
Peace,
build your healthy
blessings,
habits and
prosperity.
your generational wealth.
Yeah, he says I like both topics,
Yeah.
eating right and creating generational wealth. Man, because you gotta understand, man.
See you later.
It's a godly conversation, man. It's a godly conversation.
That's true.
Everything about it, even when we talk about it, everything is right about it.
Uh-huh.
Right about it. It's right about it.
Okay, let's go. Somebody don't want to leave.
No, I just want to tell y'all that if you're interested in our teas and stuff like that, comment VIP in our comments, TikTok, you can DM us. If you want to lose weight, etc., you want to know more about it,
Lose or
hit
gain.
us with the VIP, quote unquote, text, and we'll get back to you.
You want a great source of protein.
All praises to the Most High. And yeah, man. Man, go kill this day, man. There's so much to do right now. So write your list. 3 things. Become better. We'll talk to you Monday.
Bye.
Live it
Later.
up.
Deuces.